So we've got two KPs here. I mean, these are the two kind of most common ways that they come in. They either come in pretty clean or pretty dirty like this. And one of the main problems with them being this dirty is being able to see springs like these and these top bolts right here. That will allow these rolls to spread apart, and you get a lot of whole kernels coming through, and you get a lot of vibration, and then it eventually causes more wear on these rolls and makes them get a little worse off. So really blow them off. And the reason you don't want to power wash them is because of these felts that they have in them. Instead of regular seals, they have these felts to help that mist come out. So whenever you power wash it, moisture gets inside these bearing housings and then causes the bearings to fail a lot quicker. So that's the reason that they have you not power wash them. But whenever you blow all these off, you want to make sure you have air pressure on them. That way it kind of has some pressure in there and doesn't allow dirt to blow through those felts and get in the bearing housings. And it just helps that everything last a lot longer and helps them run better, definitely. But a lot of these get stuff like this from people not blowing them out in the off season. And that causes a lot of rust to build up on the rolls, which creates a lot of counterbalance, and then causes the bearings to go out even more because you get rust all along one side and then not the other. This grease cert right here, we have a lot of guys that think they need to grease it every time, and it's once every 250 hours. You just do one pump, or else you take that whole bearing out, and then it gets a little vibraty up there in the cab. And if you see these separating a lot, usually that's a good sign that those are broke. And those break pretty often. We see them pretty regularly. And then on top here, there's an Allen head bolt and then a 24 millimeter bolt. And those will break, and then it'll cause this to get uneven and slide. And then you'll see a lot of uneven wear, and you can really tell whenever you blow it out. When you spin it, you'll see the roll kind of wave back and forth like that. And that's usually a pretty good sign that you've got a broken bolt somewhere. And then another main thing is just blowing the pulleys out, because any kind of different weight on any different direction, you're going to cause a lot of bearing wear. Now obviously in the field, this isn't realistic. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to keep it this way. But the main thing that you're shooting for here is to be able to see the grease lines, to be able to see these bolts, to be able to see these top bolts, to be able to really just see any of the hardware, the connections, to make sure this downstop is set, and just to be able to make sure that there's nothing cracked or broken that you can really see out there in the field. But I mean, realistically, it's not ever going to be that clean out in the field, but the goal is just not to look like that.